Hi there, I'm Shane Spiers, and welcome to another edition of the Performance Brief, where we give you one breakthrough business idea in less than 5 minutes. My guest today is Celynn Morin. Where are you today, Celynn?
I'm in Johannesburg in South Africa. I'll be back in London next week.
Okay, brilliant. And what's the weather like there today?
It's a clear blue sky, sunny. It's beautiful.
Lovely. Yeah, not too bad today, but I bet it's not as good as there. So anyway, for those of you who don't know her, Celynn is a registered dietitian and works as a full-time professional speaker and writer. As a professional speaker, Celynn energises local as well as international audiences and presents regularly in the UK and Europe. She has co-authored 2 books and developed a variety of online video programs. Celynn travels extensively, and when she is not working, she enjoys mosaic art, and true to her French heritage, she enjoys good food and wine. So let me just tell you a little bit about her business. The Resilient Energy Centre, REC, was founded by Celynn, a registered dietitian, and Joni Peedy, a behavioural strategist. REC provides various frameworks and products such as the Fad Quotient and the Fabculator. I'm keen to hear more about that. To address the issues of high stress and resultant chronic fatigue and ill health. REC offers a variety of solutions such as corporate workshops, conference keynotes, consulting, resilience and screening and assessments, coaching and bespoke content consulting, and content creation. REC has an international reach with a base in both South Africa and the United Kingdom. And REC's approach is pragmatic and science-backed, helping leaders and their teams improve their energy, resilience, and overall productivity and happiness. So, Celynn, our subject today is expert tips for better energy, brain fitness, and resilience. And we have 5 minutes for the interview. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Seatbelt on.
Great. Let me start the clock. So, let's start. What is the Fad Quotient Framework, and how does it help organisations improve performance?
So today we need to look at improving organizational performance because organizations are made up of individuals, and individuals today are feeling the pressure of stress. So people are not sleeping enough. They struggle with work-life balance. They certainly don't eat correctly or get enough exercise, and that has an impact on their mental, physical, and emotional well-being. And there's so much information on how to improve this, but a lot of it is contradictory and confusing and complex. So the Fab Quotient is a 3-dimension approach that is science-backed, that if you look at all 3 dimensions, it will help you manage your energy, your health, and your resilience better. And FAB stands for fuel, activate, and behave. Fuel is around how you feed your body. Activate is how you move your body and keep your brain engaged throughout a long work day. And the B component is how you shift behavior. Because most of us know what we should be doing in terms of our health and well-being. It doesn't mean that we put it into practice.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the current trends impacting organisational health and performance?
Well, sadly, as I mentioned, and just this morning, I was reading a really insightful article from the Harvard Business Review by a neuroscientist who was discussing the epidemic around lack of sleep and sleep deprivation, and how when we don't get enough sleep, and not enough sleep is less than 7 hours a night, we should be aiming for closer to 8 good quality hours of sleep. And people are just not getting that because of work, because of commuting, because of stress, because of the fact that we have electric lights and digital devices. And it's affecting every single aspect of our well-being. So organizations are, we need to stay competitive. We live and exist in a VUCA world, VUCA being volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. And we need to stay very competitive and agile for innovation and growth, especially now with the exponential growth that we see in technology. But it's pretty hard to be innovative and energized when you're not getting enough sleep and you're not eating correctly and you're tired, or maybe you have a chronic disease. And that's a big trend that we see, is people are getting lifestyle diseases like diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, anxiety, depression, and that affects their ability to be present at work and to be productive.
So what are leading organisations doing to implement well-being and resilience programs and that have a good return on investment?
So that's the key. There's a lot of organizations that understand this is important. So they're looking at the well-being of their employees, but they're not always shifting the culture sufficiently to get the return on investment or the behavior change. So when we look at leading organizations, I was at a 2-day conference in London in May this year, and there were a lot of case studies from organizations that are getting it right, that are really helping their staff in terms of flexible hours, being more productive, understanding the pressures of life, looking at what kind of foods are served in the workplace, doing high-touch workshops with health practitioners like myself, and really getting people to understand what are the simple practical things that they can shift and change that can help them feel better. And so fortunately now, we have those organizations and we have statistics and data that is showing that when you have a healthier staff complement, you actually do increase performance and you reduce costs around absenteeism, presenteeism, and healthcare costs. Because generally healthcare costs are the leading expense in any business across almost any geography, certainly between the countries I work in, which is Southern Africa, Europe, and the United Kingdom.
And what does the future look like in this? Is the trends heading the right way?
Sadly, no. The health trends are just getting worse. It's like a tsunami wave. Like more and more people are struggling with their weight. More and more people are struggling with many health issues. And I really think unless government, healthcare, corporations really pull together, I'm not so sure that we can see the change. So for now, the work that we do at the Resilient Energy Center is we work with organizations and leaders that understand this is important and they want to invest in themselves and their staff. And we try and individually shift behavior within the workplace. We also try and shift culture. So a client I worked with this week, we started designing stand-up meetings and a protocol around walkie-talkies. So if there's 2 of you, could you go for a walk rather than sit and talk?
Yeah.
We're doing a cafeteria audit and giving them some fun, interesting, yummy recipes that they can use, because people think healthy eating needs to be boring and difficult. So the future, I think, comes down to leaders that understand that this is important and they want to then invest in their staff.
Okay. Well, thank you. Our 5 minutes is sadly up. But for more rich resources, including expert tips for better energy, brain fitness and resilience, go to the resilientenergycentre.com. We'll put the actual link below the video. And thank you very much today.
Thank you.